My name is Mark Whitmore, and I'm a forest entomologist in the Department of Natural Resources, and today we are in the Hemlock woolly adelgid biocontrol laboratory. So in New York State, we have a huge problem. The Hemlock woolly adelgid has been here since the 80s, and it's been killing trees as it moves throughout the state. So it's really important that we look carefully at the implementation of the long-term management, which involves establishing classic biological control, where you go to the area where the pest comes from and you look at the bugs that feed on that one. It can be one insect or it can be more.
The predators we are here are Leucobius, the beetles, and Leucopes, the flies. We keep them in 1 gallon jar and we give them bouquets made with infested twigs of hemlock so they can eat the hemlock woolly adelgid from those twigs and develop and reproduce there. Once every 2 weeks, we have to feed those beetles. That means we have to change the bouquets in the jar. So we bring those bouquets out and we place them inside those screened hoods where we can take the bouquet with the beetles from the jar and pull apart all of the beetles without letting them escape. Then we give them a new bouquet, put the beetles back in the jar. That means we have to have a whole lot of branches infested with Hemlock woolly adelgid.
Right now we're standing in one of our large walk-in coolers where we house the Leucobius nigrinus colonies and also our food collections to feed the colonies. So it's so loud right now because the refrigerator units are running and keeping this at a constant temperature around 3 degrees Celsius. Being at a colder temperature, they're not as active and their metabolism is slower, so therefore they need less food. This is a great way for landowners to become involved in helping our project is by letting us know when they have hemlock trees on their properties that have heavy infestations of adelgids, so we can come later on in the season to collect foliage with heavy infestations to bring back to our lab to feed the colony.
This feeding process that happens every 2 weeks takes a lot of time.
My goal for the biocontrol lab here at Cornell is basically to research how best to utilize our resources and maximize our impact on the Hemlock woolly adelgid population as soon as possible.
Implementing biological control or the natural control mechanisms using natural enemies is the only long-term solution we have for saving hemlocks.
We don't know how populations are going to progress. If it gets into the Adirondacks, is it going to go crazy? Or are we going to have more time? I don't really know. But I do know that we have a lot of catching up to do in implementing biological control.